Human error blamed for facial recognition alert mix-up. This is from BBC News article. A man who was wrongly accused of fraud after AI facial recognition software flagged his image has said he will never step foot in a Sports Direct store again. A staff member at Parkgate Shopping Centre in Rotherham had identified Craig Hadley to the programme a few weeks earlier after mistaking him for another bald-headed, bearded customer who had defrauded the retailer. Sports Direct apologised for the incident, saying it was a genuine mistake, and added that a formal investigation and further staff training would be undertaken. Mr. Hadley said, "At first I thought it was a joke, but then it became clear it was quite serious, and they escorted me out of the shop." He said he had been really anxious in the weeks it took to resolve the issue. "There was fear of my photo being in other shops where they might throw me out," he added. "It caused embarrassment, it could cause reputational damage." Recently, over the last few months, live facial recognition cameras have been facing backlash and have been controversial. With, I believe, some police forces wanted to use it in certain areas, and I believe people are wanting to use it in the carnival and things like this, and people are upset. And I believe other shops have used that technology or similar, where people are being accused of stealing when it wasn't them. So AI has been making mistakes. Although people say it's about privacy and they don't want it to be used at all, that's a separate issue. But to say someone who isn't the person that's done the wrong thing to be accused and for their life to be, you could say, inconvenienced, is one of the drawbacks you can see. And also, by having these type of things in, it's like as if almost before you even step into the shop, you already assume that you might steal, and then you're almost like, why should I even bother going to these shops if I'm gonna, from before I even enter, people are gonna think maybe I'll steal. So they have these cameras. When if you spend all that money and all that technology and actually getting the thieves that steal, and putting things in place and better security and other things so people don't steal, then you have better success rather than wasting time on things like this, where now you've had to apologize to someone who wasn't stolen. You've lost a customer. You wasted money and time. And also, other things that shops can think about is when you're being greedy and without needing to, you're increasing prices and jumping on the bandwagon of inflation. If you kept your price the same as it was 5 years ago, and you made it the same price today, you would be fine. But you're jumping on the bandwagon, and not only that, you're increasing the price, pretending it's inflation, and then you're increasing it even more. And then you wonder why people are stealing, whether they should or shouldn't. But then you get people stealing, and then now you want to get these type of technologies in, where you assume with these technologies that people are going to steal from the beginning before they enter. That's why you feel the need to have these technologies, and it's only gonna end badly for all parties. You're going to lose customers, the profits are going to go down, the technology is going to mess up like it often does, and then later on you're going to find out you've wasted tens of millions of pounds, and then you're going to increase the prices because you've lost the money, and then you're going to keep getting worse and worse. Where these type of technologies, I don't think there might be a use for it, but I don't think there's a use for it in the general public, because if you're going to use it, then you're assuming almost like all people are thieves, and you have to prove otherwise.